So some context. There's this app that I use called Stringer, and what it basically is I'll get a notification on my phone that something is going on. Maybe there's a robbery, maybe there's a shooting, something that needs to be filmed. And so I go to the location, I film whatever it is I'm supposed to film, I send it into the app, whoever runs the app, and in turn they offer it to news companies. And if it gets bought, then I get paid, and I might see it on the news. So that's just to say what brought me to this event. So I get a notification on my phone that there is a some kind of standoff, and SWAT has not been called yet. It wasn't much to go on, and normally I was like, nah, but I said, you know what, I can use the money, and it is about 2 miles, if that, from where I'm at. So I said, okay, so this is like almost like 8:30 to 9 o'clock at night. So I get there, and the police has the street barricaded, blocked off. No one's getting in. I mean, when I got there a little before they start putting the caution tape, but they start putting it on, and at this point, all I could see was, the cops have got a little portion of about like I say, maybe 3, 4 houses blocked off, like kind of bottlenecked, and all the neighbors are outside. So I get as close as I can, while trying to appear too obvious. Get out of my car, pick up my cell phone, and I start shooting. I start filming, and I start listening to the neighbors, people who are walking by, about okay, what's going on. I learned that there's a man that's in the house, and someone the cops came and they filed a warrant. They said we have a warrant for your arrest. He, I guess, said, so what? I don't care. And he's in there with a gun. He's not coming out. So I'm like, okay, wow, this gonna escalate. So I mean, and there's not just one, a couple. There's a lot of police cars right there, police officer right there, and and I learned that this was been going on for almost 2 hours, and they're waiting for SWAT to come. It says SWAT has been called. All right, so I start filming, and I'm not really getting no decent shots because I'm too far away. They put the caution tape. It's not good enough that I thought good enough that my footage would get bought. And I'm on the lookout for other people filming too because this is kind of a competition. So I get it back to my car after talking with the locals and getting as much information as I could from them. I decide to swing on the other side, and I kind of do that. I get around them. I park and I, get on foot, and then therefore I thought I could get closer on foot than I can on my car, because, but I'll try and be too obvious. Another story, but I have gotten almost in trouble for film police officers without their consent. So I get to the other side, and there's a lot more neighbors, so there's a lot more information we had, and I can get a better shot. So I start filming. And then I'm joined by actual professionals. 3 different news networks, showed up. Eventually, I will get into a conversation with them. So what's what? So I started talking to neighbors about okay, who this guy is, and why he's not coming out. I learned that this guy, this guy was just kind of trouble the week prior. His neighbor called the cops on the van because he was walking down the street and just like shooting, like just shooting in the street. And cops came, but apparently they didn't arrest him. I don't know what for. And neighbors said like, "Yep, this the one. This is the one." So we're all just talking, and we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. This is kind of one of those things where you don't want nothing to happen, but at the same point, you kind of do. It's almost like a car wreck. You can't look away. Like, what's going to happen? So I stayed on the scene. I have a little deadline on Stringer when I'm supposed to upload the footage. So I stayed, about extra. I ended up staying for a few more hours, waiting for the SWAT team to get there. And first they said it was going to be 15 minutes, and then that was 30 minutes ago when you said it was 15 minutes. And so we're just out there watching, and we kind of come to the conclusion like, what do this guy think is going to happen? Does he think these police officers are going to just be like, nah, we all right, we sorry, they're not going away. So we're all kind of confused, but we know we're just kind of waiting for something to happen. And then it happens. The SWAT team shows up, and I see it on TV, and the whole thing, nothing goes I guess how maybe you expect, or and they coming out in full army gear. It got real. And we're like, oh, man, they are geared up, and I'm like, is that a gun turkey? Because it was kind of funny because at first they took so long to get there that we kind of thought they would get there, and by the time they actually do get there, I didn't know what else to expect. I said, okay, little SWAT team. I said, no, these people look like they were just coming back from Afghanistan, Iraq or something like that. They were in full army gear. I think I saw some cameo.
The SWAT team just showed up. The problem is that.
Oh, wait a minute, who is that? That's a news reporter.
So what I can do is have a light on me, say what's going on, and have Dominic turn the camera around and give you a live look.
They come out deep out of this little tank, and a couple of them two of them went around the back, and they was kind of surrounding the house. And we, they're at this point the officers already had us, kept in arm's reach, but now it's saying back up, like something about to go down. And I'm standing there with the news crew, trying to get my shot in. Then they put this big old bright light right on the house, and I couldn't exactly hear what they said to the guy in there. But when that light hit, senses came to him. Kind of learned that what was the whole hold up and the whole thing was the fact that he wasn't just in there by himself. He had his kids in there with him. Turns out that there was some kind of domestic fight between him and I believe his girlfriend or wife. And she got out the house, but he was in the house. He barricaded himself in the house with the kids and a gun. So they put that bright light on him, and like I said, he came to his senses then. Next thing we know, he coming out hands raised. And, went quietly, went peaceably. And that was about the end of it. But I thought SWAT showed up. And I learned from the news crew that this was kind of quick. So kind of funny, how in denial we could be. That a situation is going to get better. And it doesn't. It gets worse and worse as time goes on. And by the time, this guy realized that it's not going to go the way it planned, but for seriously, almost got himself killed. Because these guys were geared. They were ready to go. They were not going to play nice. And in the end, everyone lived. That's the good. Everyone lived. I mean, they had the dogs out. They were not playing. Anyway, thanks for tuning in for this week's Storytime. I'm Psalm Scribe. Take care. P.S. It's going to be good.